here in the garden. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, it is late. My voice is a little hoarse. Um, I gotta tell you, this is coming off of a Cotton Bowl game that my Longhorns participated in against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now, they trademarked the. It is what it is. So, the Gaming Rhino says, let's go Buckeyes. Yeah, he's already coming in here. Congratulations to the Buckeyes and congratulations to the Fighting Irish to meet up in Georgia to be in the national championship. Two historic programs who have reached the pinnacle of what we've witnessed in the college football playoff. I'll have my thoughts on the whole college football playoff bracket in general. I've had some questions about it from the very beginning. Then I'll recap the Cotton Bowl and the Orange Bowl. Orange Bowl being first because it was played first, then the Cotton Bowl, which me and my family just watched. Heartbreaking to say the least. You've had no wrong predictions so far. Go Bucks. Gaming Rhino. That's good. That's good. Keep it that way. And kind of talk a. It's all good, man. It is what it is. I mean, we should have ran a dive on the one, but I'll talk about that here in a little bit. So we're going to talk a little bit about the bowl games first before we talk about how I feel about the college football playoff bracket in general. And then we'll take a quick dive on the national championship game, which will be played January 20th at the Mercedes-Benz Dome. In Atlanta, Georgia, which is going to be I don't know if I want to say a good game, but I do have concerns after watching that game between Ohio State and Texas that maybe Marcus Freeman and Notre Dame has something figured out. But let's go ahead and talk about the Orange Bowl. It didn't start out Notre Dame's way at the beginning. It was actually a really physical game in general that I saw between Penn State and Notre Dame. Gaming Rhino has the same thought I got right now, but I thought that Penn State really did a good job with the run offense in the game. In general, Kaytron Allen had 3 touchdowns in that game. Let me just tell you, that was probably the best game in the college football playoff bracket that we all witnessed. And, man, what a good game that was. It was really a fantastic game to watch, especially that fourth quarter where Penn State looked like they had full control of the game. I'll get to that here in a little bit, John. Which I have a take that you might not like because you're an Arch Manning guy, not a Quinn guy. And I got a rant for that later. So, Penn State scored, or really Notre Dame scored 17 unanswered points. Brandon, that's not what I saw tonight, but yeah. Yeah. I'm a Texas fan, so you're not going to offend me. You're going to offend the Buckeye fans that do come in. I honestly think that was the best football game that we saw all year long was Penn State and Notre Dame. I genuinely thought that both defenses played well. You saw a lot of NFL prospects out there on the defensive side, and then the running backs for both teams were really kicking it into high gear. Both run games were really working well for both Penn State and Notre Dame. Notre Dame answered 17 unanswered points after being down 10-0, and then Penn State came back with a touchdown. Then a lot of Ohio State hate in this chat right now. I have a disdain for Ryan Day. I'll say that. And yes, I am a little bit of having a little bit of refreshing water. Yeah, nobody wanted to watch Penn State, Ohio State in that matchup in the national championship. Nobody wants to see a Big Ten versus Big Ten matchup. Because you see it during the regular season. We want to see something different, right? So, I thought that was the best game on tap. Penn State and Notre Dame. Just a simple fluctuant of momentum in those two games. And I agree with that too, John. Nobody wants to see SEC versus SEC. I don't want to see conference member versus conference member in general. Like, but listen, guys. Riley Leonard throws an interception, then Penn State scores a touchdown, right? They run it in with Katron Allen again. And then Riley Leonard throws a seam route on the side to God, I can't fucking remember his name for some reason. But he's from Austin, Westlake. He's a kid from Austin. Great House or something like that. But he caught that pass, scored a beautiful touchdown. It was a beautiful play. My question is, why would you try to play to win the game in the fourth quarter with less than a minute to go? Yeah, Jaden Greathouse. There you go. Thank you for letting me know, Gaming Rhino. Damn, Gaming Rhino is actually putting it on people tonight. Shout out to you, man. I don't understand why you don't try to play for overtime in that situation if you're James Franklin. I don't understand it whatsoever. Yeah, I just don't get it at all. So Drew Allard tries to make a throw. He gets hit as soon as he throws it. You never throw it in the middle when you're less than a minute left to play in the game. You never throw it down the middle at all. That's a fucking rookie mistake. That's a freshman mistake. That's a that's a 7th grade mistake right there. You never throw it down the middle. That would be picked off, and exactly what happened. And Notre Dame kicks a field goal with less than 10 seconds left to play. And he does. It gives me the vibe that he can't win the big games, and that's what happened. He lost to Notre Dame. He lost that game because of the play calling at the end of the day. Brandon, who are you a fan of since everybody sucks in the national championship? Or do you think that the product is watered down? You see. Don't tell me you're a fucking California fan. I will cook your ass right now. Brandon, who are you a fan of? UC. I can't. If you say fucking Colorado, I swear to God. I feel like this is going to be a setup. Yeah, we got a Notre Dame fan in here saying, "Here we come." It goes deeper than that. There's just something about him that makes me not like him. That's a very interesting thought, John. I don't know James Franklin personally. What I do know is that he's a collegiate football coach at Penn State University, and gaming rhino. I hope he's not a fucking California fan. And listen, for the team, the fans are bantering about these other teams losing in the playoff that didn't even get to the playoff. Shut the fuck up. You have no credentials to say otherwise. Now, anyways, back to what I was saying. I thought it was a good game. I thought that the quarterback play was horrible for the most part, but the defensive... Okay, what's UC then? There's Clemson, there's Cal, there's fucking Colorado, and no, that would be CU for Colorado. So, Cincinnati sucks. No. Don't tell me he's a Cincinnati fan. John's a War Eagle fan, Auburn fan. Much respect to you, my man. Rough season for you guys, but HVAC trust. Happy Trump 2025. America is saved. What the fuck is UC? You're not telling me what UC is, homie. There's probably more than one UC. You got to tell me what specific college, Brandon. I think Auburn is on the come up. Okay, I'm going to give... Okay, he just answered it. So you're a Cincinnati fan. What have y'all won? What have y'all won, Brandon? Y'all haven't won a national championship. Y'all have not won anything. Ever since y'all been in the Big 12, y'all have been shit. Y'all have proven that y'all belong in the Group of Five, not in the Power Five. What do you mean it don't mean shit? The only good team in Ohio is Ohio State. Yeah, Mario Stream. I don't know what Mario Stream is, honestly. Cincy's fun, but they don't win big games or win anything important. Chat's funny today. So, y'all are cheering me up, actually, because my team lost. Go buy your OSU apparel. Who are you talking about, Brandon? Choo-choo. I know he's race bait, or, sorry, rage bait. Wow, give me 5 seconds. Irish is saying, let's go, Brandon. Hell yeah. So, Irish, how do you feel after that win between Penn State and Notre Dame right now? Because I think Notre Dame is a very quiet, sneaky football team that nobody thinks has a chance. I think that Notre Dame is a pretty decent football team from a standpoint. They may not have the talent as Ohio State does, but they have a lot more physicality from what I saw last night than what I saw today. Sure, Ohio State's defense can rush the field, but can Ohio State's defense stop the run. I saw them have a little bit of trouble with so the Notre Dame. I don't agree with that, John, because of the simple fact that Quinn is a good quarterback, and I'm going to keep defending Quinn, which I'll get to that here in a little while after I read some of these comments. Our defense is playing on an elite level, and QB has more heart than any quarterback in the playoffs. I honestly agree with that. Gaming Rhino, that's a good point. I think Sark. I love Sark to death. I do. I am appreciative of what. Oh, he's talking about Joe Burrow. My bad. I think Sark, when it comes to playoffs, he tends to freeze. With all honesty. Which I'm a sorry. Which I'm gonna talk about this game real quick before I get to the Cotton Bowl. I honestly think that Notre Dame is a tough team to beat, regardless of who you think is better. They're a tough team to prepare for. They are very, very. I don't think he's going to. I think those rumors are silly. First of all, Irish. Not saying that you're being silly. I'm saying that those rumors are silly because Quinn did basically say that he was going to get drafted or he was going to go into the draft. I want to talk about Notre Dame and before we get to Quinn and all that first, I want to talk about Notre Dame and Penn State before we get into that. My final thoughts on Notre Dame and Penn State. Penn State had the easiest road to get to the national championship. I thought at some point it was either going to be Notre Dame or Georgia that would stop them. More or less Georgia, because I thought Georgia would be able to stop Notre Dame, but clearly not. Something about Notre Dame strikes me as resilient. Something piques my interest about Notre Dame. I don't know what it is yet. I'm going to have to go back and watch film on Notre Dame. This is just an instant reaction. I haven't even rewatched the games. But I can tell you this. The next game, I just think Notre Dame has a lot of heart and guts to play football games, and they're very physical. They really are. I like the way they play offense. I really do. I hate Notre Dame. I really do. I've hated them ever since I was a kid. I hated their stupid gold helmets. Hated their stupid navy jerseys. Their stupid gold pants. I mean, and Irish, no disrespect to your fighting Irish. I just hated seeing them on the TV. Because I grew up in Texas. I shouldn't be watching a team from South Bend, Indiana. But, Gaming Rhino. You're probably right, but I don't know yet. I still got to go through all of my predictions on this because we're going to have... So, when JMO comes back the 16th and we get ready for the national championship... and yeah, I love Marcus Freeman. Not only because he changed the culture, not only does he have a chance to win the national championship and prove why Brian Kelly's a fucking fraud to begin with, but He doesn't make it about himself. Just turned 39 today. Congratulations to Marcus Freeman. And he's a likable coach. He's a likable guy. And I think he's one of those Dan Campbells that we have nowadays. Young coach that aspires to be great, Doesn't want the spotlight, but wants the victories. That's what I want to say. Oh, dude, he was a beast. I'm telling you. So he's getting a chance to coach his alma mater. That's going to be incredible. Yeah, Jeremiah Smith got locked up, which we're going to talk about that now that we're transitioning into that. Ohio State and Texas in the Cotton Bowl. So when I woke up this morning, or before I woke up this morning, my prediction was 34-31 Texas, right? I had a feeling this morning that it wasn't going to be that Ohio State was going to give us trouble. And the same thing that would haunt us, that has been hurting us, because I am a Texas fan, by the way, folks. The same thing that has been hurting us all season long would eventually come back and bite us in the ass. Well, part of that's true. The other portion of this is the fact that there's some really stupid calls on both sides of the ball for Texas. And this is an initial reaction to the game, so bear with me. So the start of the game, we get the ball. I honestly was like, okay, we're getting the ball, but how are we going to start? We started off fast. We started off great. And I was like, all right, this is the pace of the game that I want to go to. Then we get to third down. We run the ball. Or second down, we throw the ball. Which I didn't quite understand that call. Why are we throwing the ball on second down? Run the ball. We'll get to all this. I'm talking about just the first drive for Texas. What's up, Jackson Messenger, 2001 Miami Hurricanes? Arguably the best college football team in existence. So then we run it on third down. So then we go for it on fourth down in the first fucking drive of the game. I don't quite understand it. I don't understand why we go for it on fourth down. Why don't we punt it deep so that way we can pin them in their own territory? So that way we can do what? Pressure Will Howard, because Will Howard doesn't do well in high stress situations, as I've stated so eloquently before. So first drive that Ohio State has is, I believe, at the 40, because we went for it and it was an incomplete pass. Well, they drive down the field and score with a Quinshon Judkins run. Yeah, I was very confused. And I was like, all right, well then, maybe our offense will show up then, right? That didn't work out. So then Ohio State killed their drives with penalties throughout the game. Then finally Texas gets on the board right before the half with a beautiful pass from Quinn Ewers to Jaden Blue for a touchdown. Which, by the way, all touchdowns in the Ohio State and Texas game, Cotton Bowl, was all running backs. Think about that for a second. All receptions and all touchdowns in general were running back based. Yeah, I appreciate it, Chance Greer. No, I completely agree, Gaming Rhino. Like, it seemed like in the first quarter that Texas defense was just confused, discombobulated, wanted to play soft coverage. I never understood why they wanted to play soft coverage. We respect their receiving core, but that tells me that you're scared. Sometimes you can play soft coverage on third down situations, second and long situations, but why not just play cover 2 and go man? I've always wondered why we play zone so much. And this is where it gets deep. Ohio State gets the ball back after a 7-7 score. It's about to reach halftime. Texas does the stupidest fucking thing, and we decide that we're going to play soft coverage. We're going to play deep thirds instead of thinking about maybe they're going to run a screen pass. Maybe they'll run a draw play. Who knows? So what does Ohio State do? They run a goddamn screenplay for 75 fucking yards for a touchdown. Okay. I hate that soft coverage prevent shit, honestly. King 23 has a prediction. Ohio State 35, Notre Dame 36. Nice. Nice prediction. I don't know if anybody will score that high in the national championship, which I still got to go over tape, but that's my thing. Yeah, I was really concerned about that. That was the other thing I was going to bring up. I thought Fielding missed that field goal, but someone told me that it looked like he missed, but he hooked it to the right just enough. And I was like, didn't look like he made it at all. Looked like he missed it. But it is what it is. But then we go into the second half. Ohio State gets the ball back. Good thing is that David Benda gets the ball, picks it off, right? What does Texas offense do? Nothing. 3 and out. Ohio State gets the ball back. They punt the ball. Just a boring third quarter until Quinn throws another touchdown pass to Jaden Blue. Well, let's talk about this. Quinn Ewers on that one drive in the third quarter saved Texas in that game. Kept Texas in that game. Besides the defense. If it wasn't for that run, if it wasn't for Quinn Ewers tossing it to Quintravion Wisener, which I think Gaming Rhino said, yeah, that flip. If Gaming Rhino said his knee was down, but realistically it wasn't, going by frame. I'm sorry, Gaming Rhino, but the facts are facts. Let's just keep it real. And King 23, I went over it, and it was I have to say, King 23, it was the best game in college football playoffs so far. Yeah, his knee was not down. It was close, though. It really was close. So, but I could see where Gaming Rhino has an argument to this, but it really wasn't down. I respect that Gaming Rhino, but King 23 coming in with some info here. But that drive alone saved Texas in the long run, in my opinion, because if they didn't score on that drive, I thought the game was going to be over. And then the fourth quarter shows up. It's tied 14-14. Then Ohio State drives down the field, and we get close to a fourth down. It's a fourth down, and Ohio State runs a quarterback draw play. I don't understand how Will Howard, a guy that Texas has dealt with 4 fucking times already, gets a first down off of a 4th and 2. off of a quarterback draw. PK should have known this shit. Should have had 4 guys in coverage against those 3, and also the tight end, and should have went on a 7 blitz. And then they drive down from wherever they were at that point to the end zone. They score with another Quinshon Judkins touchdown. Also, Jaden Blue scored the 2 touchdowns for Texas. At this point, Quinshon Judkins with 2 rushing touchdowns. Travion Henderson with a receiving touchdown from Ohio State. So it's all running backs that scored on offense. And I'll explain why here in a minute. King 23, Quinn has said that he is entering the draft, from what I understand. Anyways, so Texas drives down the field. It looks like Texas is in trouble for a little bit. Then Quinn throws a beautiful pass to Matthew Golden. It gets to the red zone. Texas drives down and gets a pass interference call. Puts them at the 2. Then another pass interference call puts them at the 1. First and goal. We call him Baby Rhino, but Jarrett Gibson, he takes the carry and only gets a yard or less. Second and goal. This is the play for me that drives me insane. You're at the goal line. They're expecting an outside run. And when you look at the play itself from a sky view right there, from the sky view, right there, why would you throw or why would you do a goddamn toss on the goal line when you have receivers spread out, or not spread out, but 2 receivers on this side, you got 2 tight ends on the line? Why would you do a sweep play when Ohio State is a mirror defense? Run vertical. Run a dive. I'm just saying, like, we should have ran a fucking dive on that second and goal, and that would have been a touchdown. If you saw what I saw, that would have been a touchdown. Third and goal, couldn't get it done. Fourth and goal, play of the game for Ohio State. Cam Williams missed a block. Jack Sawyer, roommates of Quinn Ewers, strips the ball, takes it back to the house, makes it 28-14, and then Quinn gets another shot at it and throws an interception. Game over. 28-14. Ohio State beats Texas. You know, it's tough from a tough loss and doing this podcast. It really is. A fucking dive would have been a much better play call, Gaming Rhino. Honestly, from what I saw, there should have been a dive. Oh, it got me drinking, huh? Fucking Chance Greer. How about you? But no, I thought overall Ohio State controlled the pace of the game. Texas's offense just could not get it done. It could not get it done. And it's been doing this all season long. The defense has been the backbone. The offensive line have been absolutely disappointing. Quinn Ewers, if this truly is the last game that Quinn Ewers played, thank you, Chance Greer. But if this is the true last game that Quinn is playing in college football, I just want to say thank you to Quinn Ewers. I just wanted to say thank you to Quinn Ewers for the simple fact that if it wasn't for him, this Texas team would not even be close to where it is today. And give credit to Sark for that. I would not be as invested as I am for the Longhorns as I am in the last 3 seasons, to be honest. Coming from the Charlie Strong and Tom Herman era, it has been nothing but disappointment after disappointment after disappointment, And to finally see success come from Texas, it's awesome. And to be honest, well, we went 13-3, actually, 13-3. But thank you. And I don't quite understand that. This is where I'm going to get into my deal. Like, my question is, if Quinn Ewers didn't transfer from Ohio State to Texas, would we see Arch in Texas? Honestly, just an honest question. First year in the SEC, by the way, for Texas. Would we see Arch go to fucking Texas if Quinn was there? Or if Quinn was not there, I mean. I don't think you could send money right now, unfortunately, because we are not monetizable yet, because we don't have enough subscribers. So if you're new here, please subscribe. Huh. Whoop up, 36. No, he's entering the draft. But yeah, please leave a like, share this, subscribe. Our goal is to get to 500. But I do appreciate you guys for tuning in to this late hour of this show, or really late hour, really. Yeah, breaking news. That's insane. As I'm trying to pop a pimple in this middle of the fucking show. Yeah. Whoop up. Is that how you say it? Whoop up or whoop up? But yeah, hook 'em horns. Honestly, I think I just thought about this question. Oh, whoop up, okay. Like, after the game, I saw all these comments just hating on Quinn, that Quinn doesn't have the it factor, this, that. Where Quinn has really done things that it has the it factor. Oh, Chance Greer's a Texans fan. I actually picked Texans. Cassidy Johnson, shout out to you for saying great game. Texas represents the SEC. And it was a good game. For anybody saying that it was a... I thought Oregon was overrated from the very jump. I never thought that they were a true number one team. I don't think there's a true number one team, if I'm being honest. Uh, I thought Oregon was going to slip at some point, and they did. But, yeah. Yeah, August will be here before I know it. Can't wait for that. Yeah, Oregon's been super fucking lucky all season long. Barely beating Idaho. Imagine that. An fucking FCS school. For those that are hating on Quinn, so that way they can see Arch play the game, is mind-boggling to me. Because those are the same people that will turn their backs on Arch as soon as he makes a mistake. Ask me how I know. And honestly, some people, I'm going to read King 23's comment here. Some people say if Oregon would have won the national championship, they would have been the greatest team of all time because of their record. No. They wouldn't have been the best team. That 2001 Miami Hurricanes team would destroy them. That 2005 Texas team would destroy them. That 2019 that 2019 LSU team would destroy this Oregon team. The Arch Manning dick riding needs to stop. I agree with that. Cassidy Johnson, the first year in the SEC was a success. Texas was the last team standing. I agree to an extent. We should have won the SEC championship, but it is what it is. Chance Greer says, I'm not hating on Ewers. It's either here nor there for me. Just seeing the two in action, I feel that Arch is a way better decision maker. I don't necessarily agree, but I'm not going to debate it because of the fact that Arch still has time to grow. I'm just going over time. And Gaming Rhino says 2014 OSU would beat this year's Oregon. I agree with that full-heartedly. Well, Quinn had a lot of pressure too this season. But Arch is going to have twice as much pressure as Quinn going into this season. But I feel like Arch will have a much more composed manner. Like, Quinn's a very composed quarterback in the sense, and there'll be times where I'm going, what the fuck are you doing, Quinn? But there are times where I'm just amazed at how Quinn does plays. Like, take a look at the Arizona State game. Quinn was throwing his fucking arm until his arm fell off, right? And he made throws that I haven't seen any quarterbacks in the NFL made. Honestly. Like, that's the shit that I see that people want to discredit because, yeah. So, King23 says he literally hates Texas, but I'm not going to lie, or he's not going to lie. He's going to be scared of them boys next year with Arch Manning. He's got the feeling about him we could witness another Trevor Lawrence. Oh, I don't know about Trevor Lawrence, dog. Like, if you're talking about the shit is in Arch's blood. He grew up his whole life around his brother. His brother or his uncles, you mean? Arch is going to have y'all in the championship every year. I hope so, man. I'm going to have that optimism about Arch. We'll see. I didn't expect that performance in OT from Ewers. Give him his cake. There you go. Cassidy Johnson. Texas went against the team that was pissed after losing to Michigan and Oregon. Good luck, Irish. Yeah, I agree with that. His uncles. I was saying he grew up around this. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm just trying to understand what you were trying to say, Chance. My bad. You know how YouTube gets weird with comments. That Michigan game still hurts so bad. You know, I genuinely want to ask why Ohio State cannot beat Michigan all of a sudden. Like, so it brings me to this point right now. So Ohio State beat Texas. Texas beat Michigan. Michigan beat Ohio State. Michigan lost to Indiana. Ohio State beat Indiana. What does that say about college football right now? Are we witnessing a watered down product, or are we witnessing parity? Chance or Gaming Rhino says Justin Fields is gone. Yeah, JMO's going to be upset if Justin Fields is gone and Russell Wilson's still there. Oh, are you talking about Ohio State? I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Pittsburgh Steelers for some reason. But Chance Greer goes, I boil it down to like sports betting, OTS, a system play. It's just something that happens. Yep, that is true. It's anybody's game. That's true. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. Like, you can't blame Connor Stallions anymore. And he did. He fucking fried him like catfish. I don't know what to say about good old Ohio State right now. Like, do I think they deserve it? I don't know. Okay, he's not a quarterback. He's a head coach. So, King 23. This is going to sound contradictory to yourself. So, if Ohio State does end up, in fact, winning the national championship, do you still fire Ryan Day? Chance Greer says Notre Dame wins. Jerry Hill, no, roll tide. Shout out to a Alabama fan, which is going through a crazy time in their life right now. You cannot fire a coach after winning a championship. That's Madden shit. I agree. My whole ordeal with Ryan Day is he can't win the big one and he can't win the game. Jerry Hill says fire Day. I don't know. He's in the national championship, but I do think that Chip Kelly is his replacement. I genuinely think that. If he loses to Michigan again, yes. SEC is dead. I don't want to say it's dead. I just think it's watered down. Gaming Rhino wants Urban Meyer back. You need an Urban Meyer. Jerry Hill wants Kalen DeBoer out after season number 1. So you want to give him the Gerard Mayo treatment and the Antonio Pierce. God damn. Yeah, SEC's fine. I don't pay attention to all that. Man, Ohio State fans are bitter once it comes to the Michigan and Ohio State game. Or for y'all, it's the team up north. I apologize. I should say that around you Buckeye fans. It's the team up north. So what's more important, winning a national championship or beating Michigan? That's my question for the day for you Buckeye fans. Y'all are going to the national championship. I don't understand here. Okay, there you go, King 23. You made the right decision right there. If he wins. Jerry Hill beating Michigan. Brian A says day is fine. About to be a dynastic run. King 23 says I don't think we're going to beat Notre Dame though. Not 2 times in a season. Y'all haven't played Notre Dame twice this year. Chance Greer says, have a blessed night. Nice to meet you. Congrats on making it this far this year. That is an accomplishment with a win or loss tonight. It's an accomplishment. I appreciate that, Chance. Cheers to you, man. Be a subscriber. Hit that like button. Share it to your family. Whatever. Okay, so that's what you're talking about. You're going towards last season. Last season, Gaming Rhino. Yeah, that's true, Gaming Rhino, because Georgia would have done the same thing to us. Later, Chance. Jerry Hill, I would love to see Nick Saban at Ohio State. That would be interesting if Nick Saban was still in that coaching carousel. But he's done, as Gaming Rhino eloquently stated. Now that I went over the college football the college football semifinals, let's talk a little bit about the college football playoff format. What's all the drama about LSU making the playoffs next year? Come on now. Let's be for real. Brian Kelly can't take nobody into the play. I don't know who the fuck said that, King 23. Maybe some analyst, but their best receiver just got. Their best receiver just got a warrant out on him for neglecting hit and run. Adam Rank probably said it. He probably did. Fucking dickhead. Gaming Rhino said also Arkansas over LSU. I could see it. Sam Pittman is probably not the guy that will lead them to the playoffs, but he is a absolute menace to society once it comes to pulling off upsets. Let's talk about the college football playoff format real quick. Just a quick little niche I don't really like about this playoff format. First of all, why do we have conference champions having bye weeks instead of the 4 best teams? Clearly, we should have had the 4 best teams for a bye. It would have been Oregon, Georgia, Texas, and I believe either Ohio State or Notre Dame. Either one of those 2 would have been fine. I think you would put Ohio State in that 4th spot or somewhat after the conference championships. And then you would have your conference champions hosting, or put Notre Dame in whatever the case is. So then you would have your other conference champions that didn't get the bye host. So Clemson would host. Arizona State would host a home game. These are home games, by the way. And then you would have Boise State host a home game. Okay? Yeah. Then you insert the rest of the best in there. And honestly, if you get the rest of the best in there, I hate to say this because I said it earlier that SMU deserved it or they earned it. Man, I don't know if you can, honestly. That's a very generous thought, King 23. The best, yeah, I agree. But good night, Jerry Hill. Thank you for watching, man. Probably the best thing for you to do, King 23, is just subscribe and just share it with your friends, share it with your family, and all that other shit, because we're not supposed to be monetizable until 500 subscribers and some other shit that we got to do. I agree with Gaming Rhino that South Carolina deserves it. Well, they deserved it. So who would be the last team to host? I would say Miami. Miami would have hosted. And then you put the rest of the 4 teams there. So that way you don't have to hear anybody bitch and moan about fucking Oregon facing either Tennessee or Ohio State in the second round. No, they didn't deserve it. I'm just saying from an instance that they were better than SMU, but ACC criteria is weird. I don't know, but South Carolina would have probably made it into the second round. That's all. I agree with that. I just think that it just depends on the matchups, really, with the CFP. So here's how I would do it. First of all, there would be no conference champion would get an automatic first round bye. They would have had there would be no first round automatic buys. It would be based off of record. It would be based off of strength of schedule, strength of record, strength of conference. That's a big thing that people don't think about. Strength of conference and key losses. Because we know that there's regular season undefeateds out there. We get it. Oregon's a morality regular season champ. That's fine. But there's never going to be an undefeated team through this bracket system unless by some hope or miracle that this one team just dominates throughout the entire season. I think Notre Dame would have been that team if it hadn't been for that NIU team. If it hadn't been for that NIU loss, they would have been that team in the college football playoff national championship. I agree, King 23. I agree with that. Thank you for saying that. Texas shouldn't have lost to Georgia 2 times. That's embarrassing. But Georgia was the number 2 team in the nation. I agree with that. That's true. And we play them in Athens next year with Gunnar Stockton, who I think is going to be an excellent quarterback for Georgia. But yeah, I would set it up for the 4 best teams based off that criteria. And then the conference champions would be 5, 6, and 7. And then the rest fill in the void. You'd probably have the I don't know, the fucking 5th or whichever. I just saw Ed Straub says, I guess Irish will be the home team for their championship. I think they are. Well, it's going to be more. To answer Gaming Rhino, it's going to be more towards like the record. Like they're going to wear the home team uniforms. Yeah, he's absolutely right. Georgia has our number. I actually wanted Georgia in the national championship, but it doesn't work like that, folks. You don't wish for one thing in one hand and shit out the other. You know, it just doesn't work out that way. It's reality. Um, shit, I just dropped my Topo Chico, but it's all good. But I would base my criteria on those things. And no conference champion is safe from getting an automatic first round bid. Now they get an automatic playoff bid. That's fair enough. Even the best group of 5 will get the not the first round bye. No. They will get the automatic playoff bid, not the automatic first round bid, the automatic playoff bid. Okay? And then you have the 4 best teams in the first round bye, based off of strength of record, strength of schedule, strength of conference, and just their overall record. And also, another thing that I don't think people really take into account of, with the strength of record, you got to look at the point system. Points for and points against. You got to look at that shit too. So that would tell you, okay, this team outs... That's funny. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the best group of 5. Not just anybody. The best group of 5. Like, oh boy. Like now, Boise State's... Oh, pardon me. It is a bit late out here. It is noon. I'm saying, like, if Boise State was still in the Mountain West at that point, which Northern Illinois is going to the Mountain West, I think North Dakota State should join the Mountain West, actually. And there's been rumors that the North Dakota State was closing in on the Big 12. Top 4 conferences, honestly, is number 1 SEC, that's true. King 23, great minds think alike. That is my rankings for conferences in Power 4. In a Pacific Conference. That's what this realignment has done. And people want to blame Oklahoma and Texas. Well, they're actually in the right conference. They're in the right conference to play in. Actually, the SEC wanted Texas only, and Texas wouldn't go there without Oklahoma. Let's just keep that a buck. But the USC and UCLA thing or the realignment to Big Ten is what killed college football as far as traditional rivalries and conferences for me. And I don't understand why, pardon me, I really don't understand why we can't keep traditional rivalries. You see Georgia and Georgia Tech, Florida, Florida State, Clemson, South Carolina. Like, what the fuck are we doing on the West Coast side of things? Like Texas and Texas Tech, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State is a big rivalry. Not. Gaming Rhino says OU does not deserve the SEC, but they'd rail the Big 12. Utah winning the Big 12 next year anyway. That's if Cam Rising decides I'm gonna hang it up. No, I don't know. They're getting a new coach. They're getting they're getting a whole new thing going on over there at Utah. I don't know about that. It's going to be a powerhouse game between Notre Dame and Ohio State. I honestly believe my team has a chance against Notre Dame, but at the same time, it's hard to beat the team 2 times in a season. It's hard to beat a team twice in a season, but look what Georgia did to Texas. Let's keep it funky, folks. I was supposed to talk about something. Oh, yes. Let's talk about the national championship game between Notre Dame and the Ohio State Buckeyes real quick. I'm not going to get my prediction out there yet, but I just want to give my thoughts. After what I saw in the last 2 games, Thursday and Friday, I was really impressed with the way Notre Dame played, and I saw some flashes from Notre Dame, and I saw some things about Ohio State that I really like about Ohio State, but at the same time, without Jeremiah Smith, their offense kind of gets a little stagnant, but Kentrell Tate really played a big role in that win against Texas. Let's read what, their defense looks amazing so far in the playoff. They've allowed more points, but shit. This is crazy shit going on right now. What do you mean he looks sold out there? Lions are goated? Look, Quinn looked good out there. He's looked good throughout the playoffs. His offensive line did not help him at all. Cam Williams completely missed a vital block on a 4th down. The coaching errors were out there like crazy. He didn't fumble the game. Cam Williams did. He missed the block. Gotta look at the bigger picture. Lions are goated. It's not his fault that his offensive line has to. Yeah, he got hit. He fumbled the ball because of the fact that Jack Sawyer was open in the pocket to get him. And Cam Williams missed that block. It was 4th down. Lions are goated. If he would have thrown it away, it would have been a risky move to do because of the fact that it would actually be a dumbass move because it's under 2 minutes. So you can't sit there and fault Quinn for getting hit and fumble the ball when your offensive tackle misses a block. I'm sorry, but Cam Williams hasn't been the best offensive tackle this season. I'm going to just keep it a buck. I am just going to keep it 110%. And Jack Sawyer proved me wrong out there. He really proved me wrong out there. He busted his balls out there to get to Quinn, and it was insane. And that was an insane storyline right there, that Jack Sawyer was the one that strip sacked him and got the recovery and took it to the house. Just exactly, Gaming Rhino. A full circle moment. And I heard that his nickname is Cactus Jack as well. Is that true? Is that true that his name is Cactus Jack? Because that's a Captain Jack. There's also Cactus Jack. I heard some people say they call him Cactus Jack, but that must be a wrestler or a wrestling fan. I'm a wrestling fan myself. I'm a Stone Cold Steve Austin fan, but Lions are goated is going for Ohio State in the national championship. I ain't giving out my predictions until the 16th when me and JMO are back together doing a podcast with beautiful graphics, by the way. Ultimate Warrior clears. I heard Ultimate Warrior was a dickhead. But I don't know. I don't know these guys personally. I wish I did. I'll tell you who I met wrestler-wise. Let me tell you who I met. I met Scott Steiner, Kevin Nash, late great Scott Hall, late great Rocky Johnson. Most terrible finishing move ever, but he was great. Yeah, that's true. It's actually 14, King 23. Do you do math? Because you got the math wrong. It's 7 on one side, 7 on the other. But no, I like 6-team playoffs. 6-team playoffs would work. Yeah, you're going to get your bitching and moaning, but you're going to have the 4 best teams with 2 of the teams that want to prove something in the top 6 to be in the playoff and face off against the 3 and 4 seed. You would have the 6 against the 3 and the 5 against the 4. The winner of those 2 faces the 1 and 2, and the winner of that goes on to face off in the national championship. I think a 6-team playoff is more than enough. Maybe an 8-team Gaming Rhino. I think Jesus Christ, this is hitting hard. What? King 23, I'm actually a millionaire. Okay. But you said, oh, never mind. I'm thinking about something else. I actually saw this video on YouTube that was going to extend the NFL playoffs to a 16 playoff format, not 14. I know it's 7 teams on each side. Okay. That's why your name is King. Okay, I respect it. You ain't LeBron, are you? This chat's amazing. I'm glad I'm enjoying this with you guys. After a loss, after a devastating loss to the Ohio State. I fucking love you guys. You know that? Like, y'all are awesome. Yeah, let's see the bank statement. In the name. Oh, y'all are fucking funny right now. Shit, I wish I was a millionaire. I wish I was as big as Pat McAfee, bruh. Honestly. Negative $1 million. He's a millionaire, alright? In the negative, though. What up, Bill? Bill, come here. Come say hi to the people. What kind of businesses do you own? I know. It's okay. What kind of businesses do you own? Oh, are you cold? Oh, poor girl. I'm actually going to give away $200,000 to the homeless this year. Good for you, man. At least you're doing it for a good cause. If you are. Cooking business, vape stores. Nice. Oh, this poor baby. This poor baby. Yeah. So this is the Pigskin Mafia podcast mascot. Her name is Billy. She's actually a rescue dog. She's actually a rescue dog, so I love dogs so much. She's a bully. She's awesome. She's incredible. Gaming Rhino, I appreciate it. She's my best friend. She keeps me out of trouble. She keeps me from going crazy. Like when I'm watching a Texas game and I'm here, she keeps me in my composure. Something that my parents can't do, apparently. But no, on a serious note, she's my best friend in the world. She loves this place, and she was skinnier than a twig, but now she's vibrant. Cool. I'm glad you love it. I have no opinion on it because I don't know. I have no opinion on it, honestly, but I just hope that if that's what you support, I hope it helps out the people over there in Los Angeles. But whenever Trump gets into office, because our current administration hasn't done shit for the wildfires, honestly. We'll go to bed here in a little while, okay? Okay? Daddy's going through depression right now because his Longhorns can't win the big one right now. Yeah, no shit. I'm just so it's like I wish that I could go out there and help, but I can't. I live all the way in Texas. I can't. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, my tweet just popped up for all the Quinn Ewers haters that are Longhorn fans, unfortunately. But it's every fan base. They have their own. They have two sides, who they like and who they don't like. Yeah. Let me build up the P&P to where it goes, and let my co-host / producer slash editor, who does a phenomenal job, who will be back on the 16th in 6 days, by the way. Woo! Think about that. 6 motherfucking days. So that'll be... Well, actually, nights, so... That's kind of tough because, yeah. What are you saying, Bill? I've been on here too long? It's okay. I like talking to the people. Especially these guys. They're fucking awesome tonight. It's easy, man, but I got all the money from my mama. I'm not the rich one. My mama gave me that money. I didn't make it to the top like a millionaire. My mama did. Oh, cool. Well, Mama King 23, if you're out there listening, shout out to you. Mama King 23 deserves her roses. Or King 23's mama. I'm sorry. I think, yeah. I might be getting a little intoxicated. This one is Prickly Pear. Topo Chico, if you need a sponsor, or if you need someone to, if you want to sponsor us. But yeah, one thing I want to say before I go, congratulations to the Ohio State Buckeyes. Dude, I fucking love their seltzers. And I'm not a seltzers guy. I'm usually a Shiner Bock type of guy. But, what? Hey, stop it. Lay down. Relax. You're live, I get it. You want the attention. You're an attention hog, you know that? Damn, Gaming Rhino and King 23, I would love to see it. I'll support y'all shit, honestly, like, I'm trying to build an empire with this podcasting gig with the PNP and then build on from that. And J-Mo's a gamer himself. He plays Destiny 2, so if y'all have any interest, oh, your dad loves bot. Hey, weird is good. Everybody's weird in their own little way. Trust me on that. But, yeah, I mean, I'm still debating if I want to take off work for this national championship game or if I just want to work during this national championship game, because my team is out of the college football playoff now. But at the same time, I respect both programs. I respect the history behind both programs, and I respect Marcus Freeman. I don't respect Ryan Day's bitch ass. He tried to call out a fucking old man. That's unbelievable. But anyways, congratulations to Ohio State and Notre Dame for an exceptional route to the playoff and to the national championship. Yeah, I didn't like that from Ryan Day. He's a fucking piece of shit. Bro, we're gonna... Yeah, help the homeless, King 23. Make Mama King 23 proud with a prickly pear. It's only 4.5% alcohol, by the way. If we were going to get monetized, which that's impossible at this rate. It's not going to happen. But you're also good at marketing. I'll think about it, Gaming Rhino and King 23. Y'all could join a Destiny 2 thing with JMO. Yeah. But back to what I was saying. I got off topic. I've been getting off topic this whole fucking live stream because I'm just drowning in my sorrows. Like I said I would. It was either going to be drinking out of celebration or drinking out, or I would have probably been out in the bar celebrating a Texas win or drowning in my sorrows after a Texas loss. And here I am. Are you talking to me, King 23, or Gaming Rhino? Because I don't give out Snapchat like that. Especially people when I first meet them. Anyway. Okay, y'all are talking amongst each other. That's great. Alright. So I am going to congratulate Ohio State on a fantastic game. This has been a funny ass live stream for a game that my Longhorns just lost in the most horrendous way. And the comments is what's killing me. Oh man. I love it. I fucking love my people. I love the Pigskin Mafia podcast fan base. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are generally amazing. I respect it. I'll let it pass. Gaming Rhino. Hey, King 23, do you want me to pin your comment for the Snapchat? What are we doing here? This is fucking weird. But yeah, congratulations to the Buckeyes. They played a really good game. I'm going to go ahead and pin this comment real quick. There you go, King 23. Everybody has your Snapchat now. If you're okay with it, I'll take it down if you're not okay with that. But that's up to you. I mean, it's already out there, but getting dogs. Oh, Jesus Christ. We've had some funny moments here on the Pigskin Mafia podcast. We've had some pretty good moments where it went from me imitating Shannon Sharp's Instagram live stream when I was just actually doing quote-unquote push-ups while JMO was getting the podcast started. Me having a rant about the Colorado Buffalo storming the field against Baylor. Okay, King 23, I'm gonna leave it up there for a little bit before I leave. I'm just reflecting on this year. Like, it's been an incredible year. Or incredible portion of this Pigskin Mafia podcast year. Like, going from the draft special with JMO, like, he improved the quality and the look for it. I know we got hit with a flag, or not a flag, but like a deal where I can't. It wasn't a strike. It wasn't a flag. It was just like a warning that you're using other stuff. Okay. Bill's whispering that it's time to go, but I'm not ready to go yet. I'm just reflecting on 2024, from the draft special to the preseason picks to Bailey Price coming in from the Coach JB show with Big Spinny and co-host of the 0 to 60 podcast with Matt McChesney as a guest host. I mean, shout out to Bailey Price, man. He's a hard working dude. He's awesome. To great moments like you stormed the field against Baylor. To multiple debates between me and JMO. To a lot of things, especially during, oh my God, Billy, Jesus fucking Christ. To a lot of things in this year that have really gone, like, within my personal life. I've dealt with loss, and just the amount of support that we have here on this show really just, it means a lot. It means a lot that we have guys, male and females, that watch this show or support the show, that got us here to 100 subscribers and more. And being able to do this is a real good honor. I do this because I love the game of football, and I love football. That's the whole premises of the Pigskin Mafia podcast. And I didn't even come up with the name. My boy Caleb, shout out to him. He goes by K-Dub on this show, but he's not on here, at least for now, because he's got other things going on in his life. But the things that have gone on in 2024 was a fucking roller coaster. And over the last 3 months of my life, if it hadn't been for the Pigskin Mafia podcast or this lovely child of mine, I don't know what I would be doing. Honestly, like, being able to do this and have the support and the love and everything in between that I do means so much to me. And I'm about to get choked up right now. And I'll get to that here in a little bit, Gaming Rhino. I just appreciate everybody that just comes on here and watches this. I really do. It doesn't matter if we went to high school together or if you're just an outsider that is just finding this out, that loves the game of football or just wants it be introduced into something new. Like, y'all don't understand how much it means to me, how the trial and tribulation has been for not only for me, but the podcast itself. It's been 4 years since the podcast has been a thing, and it's gone through 2 iterations already. This is the second installment, obviously, but being able to do this just makes me want to do it even more and to entertain more. I really want y'all fans to experience authentic professional fans. We're not true experts in this game. We're fans of the game. I played 12 years of football in my life. I never got to the level of Division One or JUCO or anything college football. I wish I would have, but I never got to that point. But being able to cover this means so much to me. It really does. And the last 3 months of my life have been fighting emotions. I appreciate that, Gaming Rhino. I really do. And fighting back emotions from October to now, still, late October, I lost someone dear to me. That was my biggest supporter in my life. I never got to say goodbye to her. And it still pains me. And to be able to do this and to go commentate for my alma mater at the same time and do my outside job outside of this and to keep my composure is hard. And I respect the people that go through so much in their life and still do what they had to do. It doesn't matter what they do. I respect it. And without this, I would just be a robotic person. I would have no emotions. I wouldn't have anything. But if it wasn't for this and being able to do what I love to do is watch football, college football, NFL, UFL, I don't care. Being able to do what I do and love to do what I do and give my own critiques about it, whether I'm right or wrong, and express it to you guys and get the support from outside people like Gaming Rhino, like King 23, like Irish, like Jerry. Just everybody that comes in on these lives, I appreciate so much. You have no idea how it felt for me to reach to our goal past 100. I'll be honest, I almost teared up when we got to 100 subscribers. I honestly did. And I want to keep moving forward. I want to get over 500 subscribers. I just want this to be a good show for people to love and watch and to feel the perspective of a professional fan. Whether I'm right or wrong, I still want to have good guests that come on, which we're planning on that soon. I just want this to be a real podcast and not some nonchalant, fake TikTok podcast that people look at and go, I want to watch that guy because I'll get to that here in a little bit, King 23. I'm just going through some things right now, just reflecting real quick. I just wanted to make this podcast as real and authentic as possible and to have different perspectives from different fans. And to see the amount of views and subscribers. Look, I never thought that I'd ever be doing this type of shit ever in my life. But here I am. And people that still watch this shit, it's incredible. Like, I get emotional thinking about it. I really do. I'm emotional right now. And you could sit there and say, well, TJ's a little drunk, and when you're drunk, you're emotional. Well, it's not that. I'm very proud of how far we've come as a podcast. It is a blessing. It is a blessing, especially with the trial and tribulation that this podcast had to go through. Missing a whole year of podcasting, and then just the personal things behind the closed doors with me and JMO. Not saying that we had beef. I'm saying that he had personal issues. I had personal issues that we had to deal with, and we got the damn thing done in January. The goal was in December, but we got it done in January. And the new goal is to reach 500. And then after that, 1,500. And then after that, whatever, and it's all because of you guys. Honestly. You guys want to listen to my voice and JMO's voice and whoever was on the podcast's voice. K-Dub, Booby Miles, Eric Martin, Coach Eric Martin, by the way. Bailey Price. Bailey Price didn't even have to come on the show, and he said he would. And I'm so appreciative for you guys that are still watching this after 103 minutes and 50 seconds of doing this shit. I would not be doing this if I didn't think we could do it. And I thank you fans, this. You stay safe, Elroy. I know it's freezing ass cold up there, man, but if it wasn't for the fans that watched and subscribed and liked and shared this show or this podcast, I would have trashed this. I had my doubts. I did. But you guys made me have faith again. So I thank you guys so much for even attempting to watch this. I know I hope I'm just so grateful for you guys. I really am. I want to be able to live a stupid life because I have such great fans. But let's see. I missed a couple of things real quick. So Gaming Rhino. Okay, there it is. There it is. You have any socials I can follow to help boost the PMP? Let me. God damn, I can't fucking. Yeah. So here's. We try to be as genuine as possible. Like I know me and JMO work our asses off to be as genuine as possible. But so my question is, how do you fucking type when you're on live? I don't fucking know. Okay, I can unpin that because that's been up there for a while. So I don't quite understand how to fucking type when I'm on live. That may have sounded stupid. Oh, that was the highlight. I don't know, but so if you go on my TikTok, Gaming Rhino, are you ready to type this? Because I'm about to say it. TikTok. King23 says he's high as all hell. Oh, you don't have TikTok, but I do have an Instagram. It's at the real. I think TJ Riddell _ PMP. At the real TJ Riddell _ PMP. Did you get that, Gaming Rhino? I think Jackson Pelfrey just. Oh, that's you, Gaming Rhino, that just followed. Cool. And you liked my story. That's awesome. So you got that. Do you have an X account, like an X account with Elon Musk? And yes, you'll see that I post my college football playoff stories with Rush, Spirit of Radio, that one song that was on Trailer Park Boys. Okay, so that one is at TJRid10 _ PMP, at TJRIDD10 _ PMP. I honestly don't know how to fucking type on here without a fucking poll or Q&A. YouTube, fix this. I want to be able to type to the crowd and pin it to the fucking comment section so people can follow me. Yeah, I agree with that, King23. You're absolutely right. Okay. At TJRIDD10 _ PMP. Maybe you can find me. I'm not. Okay, I think you just. Awesome. You'll see me be more explicit on there. I do say the fuck word on here, but I say a lot of fuck words on X. And so I do on TikTok as well, but TikTok kind of gets mad at me when I do so. But yeah, usually when we're on live, when with me and JMO, we usually have the graphics up and we do have our socials on there. So that way you fans can actually follow us and subscribe to the PMP and all that. We do have major plans coming up. We're still deciding on the Twitch account that we do when he and I are on live. When it's just me, it's strictly on YouTube. It ain't on anything else. I wish it was on everything else, but it's not. Thing. Sorry. King 23, I think that the Rams are going to beat the Vikings, unfortunately. As good as the Vikings have been this season, I think the Rams have their number. But it is already 111 minutes of this shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and close the show out. Thank you guys for watching and sticking through this show. Gaming Rhino, King 23, Irish, we got Elroy, we got Chance Greer, some other names here that I cannot see at the moment, but Mr. Hill, I think Jeffrey or Jeremy Hill or something like that, or Jimmy Hill, I don't remember, but Brandon, the Ohio State hater, the UC graduate, which is Cincinnati. I forgot all about that, to be honest. They do. They are literally the Penn State of NFL, honestly. That is a fair point, King 23. I love that analogy. But I want to thank you guys for watching this podcast, this recap and post instant watch game of Skull. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this recap show with me in it. Oh, by the way, I think that the Kansas City Chiefs are overrated, but they're going to end up winning the Super Bowl. Yeah. I think they're overrated, but I think they will win the Super Bowl somehow, some way. But anyways, I appreciate and I love every one of you that came into the chat and also have watched and also have liked and followed and subscribed. Thank you guys so much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night. Bang. Toodaloo, motherfuckers.